All right, July 21st, leg day workout breakdown. This is actually the third day of this monthly emphasis flow or routine, whatever you want to refer to it as. If you've been kind of paying attention to videos or maybe taking my classes, every 3 days we do the monthly emphasis. We'll work towards a progression. So this is actually a Monday, I believe. So that means that Saturday and Sunday are the first 2 days of this. So if you don't come on the weekends, this will actually be your only opportunity to kind of work your way through this flow. And again, I think a lot of these routines or flows are really good for you guys to kind of take note of, and you can always apply them in a normal warm-up. And it doesn't have to be a leg day. Like obviously you can apply this even outside of the gym during a warm-up, or like maybe during your work day, breakup, any extended period of sitting that you guys may have. But not going to go through this. I'm going to go through this because it's a little bit different setup than you are used to. So this is how it's going to work. Each one of these are individual, 1, 2, or 3. You can go in any order you want, meaning like you can do number 3, then number 1, then number 2. But if you choose one, you do have to finish it in its totality before you move on to the next one. You can pace yourself out, but the rep count, you can pace yourself out any way you'd like, meaning you can take as much break between exercises, as much break at the end of a round as you'd like. There's no time crunch or rush for you to get through these things. So and I'll explain why that matters here in a second. But the rep count remains the same for all of them. So you'll notice that all of them are numbered 1 through 3, and then each one of those individually on number 1 will go up by 3, number 2 in each one will go up by 4, and number 3 in each one will go up by 5. So how this is going to work, let's just do number 1. You'll notice across the board, both, number 1 across the board are all pretty much primary movements, big movements that require not only a lot of effort and energy, but do exhaust the body and kind of tax it and require, for the most part, or maybe not require, but give you an opportunity to use heavier weight if you're comfortable with it. So number 1, you'll do 3 front squats, 4 ball cleans, 5 body weight step overs total. And then you'll go up to round number 2. So you're doing 4 rounds of this. The second round will be 6 front squats, 8 ball cleans, and 10 step overs. And then round number 3 will be 9, 12, and 15. And then finally the fourth round, 12, 16, and 20. So obviously it's ascending as you go. You'll notice, like I said, number 1 across the board are all your heavier lifts. The whole object here is to give you guys an opportunity to use 2, 3, maybe even 4 different sets of dumbbells. So every time the rep count jumps up by 3, you increase your weight maybe by 10% or something along those lines, depending on who you are and how comfortable you are with the movement. Now, you don't have to do that. You could, in theory, just grab the same weight and just use the same weight for 3, 6, 9, and 12. That wasn't the intention. The intention was for you guys to scale your weight as the rep counts ascend. Your weight would pretty much descend, but to each their own. And then number 2 and number 3, you don't really have to worry about that. Number 2 is just a volume game with a little bit of load. Number 1 and number 3, you do have added load if you want it, right? The ball cleans. Number 3, I put walking lunges. You could add weight to that if you'd like to. My thought process was, again, you would intentionally use as much weight as you can handle for the reverse lunges, and then you would follow that up immediately by a non-loaded or non-weight bearing walking lunge. But again, maybe you're not super comfortable going heavy. Could be an opportunity for you to use some weight on the walking lunges as well. And then the sprinter hops are just great, like a little bit of added stability, a little bit of plyometrics, get you guys some level of composure and getting an understanding of how to land and break your fall, which is always good. And then number 3 across the board are just volume games, like step overs, body weight, of course. Maybe a good opportunity because the volume's not too high to use maybe an elevated bench for once. Maybe if you're normally using 14 inches, you go to 16 or 16 to 20, etc. And then again, calorie spike, pretty self-explanatory. And then high pogos, again, finding something that countered what you were doing was kind of challenging for this one. The sprinter hops fit really well in with the deadlifts and the calories spiked, especially with an elevated heart rate from both of those two things. Doing the sprinter hops challenges your instability or stability even more. And then on number 3, I was trying to find something that would get you off the ground after kind of building up all this lactic in your glutes and your quads. So the high pogos fit the script for volume, and again, it gives you an opportunity to generate some power and turn something into plyometric. That again is pretty not risky, right? Like pogos are stationary, you're in the same spot, you're not trying to move laterally or forward or over anything. You're just trying to be explosive off the ground. If you don't know what a high pogo is, it's literally just 2 feet. Think of a jump rope, but you're purposely trying to jump as high as you can with straight legs or bound legs, for 5, 10, 15, or of course 20 reps when you get there. So anyways, That's the setup. A little bit different than normal. Pretty excited for it to flow. I think this will go really well. I think it's a great opportunity for you guys to approach something with a little bit of variety. And again, scale your weights as the rep count obviously continues to scale itself. So, obviously, any questions, as always, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, enjoy, guys.